Ever since the first game created upon was released out to the public, it was starting to make a big change to the culture as we know it. But it wasn't until the releases of Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and other gaming franchises that have changed our culture. But it wasn't until Pac-Man and Donkey Kong and other big franchises came out that further expanded the career known as game designer. Games have now affected our culture. Games are now on our phones, on computers, consoles. Back then, you had to go to an arcade to play games, and you had to spend a quarter every single time you wanted to play a game. Now, all you need to do is just open up your phone and download free games like it's nothing. But that doesn't mean the career itself is not benefiting from it. Game design is my future career, and I hope I can explain to you what is the career itself. Now, what is it to be a game designer? Being a game designer is being able to design the game by art style or puzzles, in-game coding. Designers mostly focus on the game construct. Sometimes they'll focus on the story, but that's only if, let's say, you're an independent developer, then yes, you'll be able to design the story of your game. But if you're working under somebody, then most likely all you'll be doing is creating art. The salary of game designers. The salary of game designers can be vary. They usually start up from $21 an hour. It can go all the way up to $62 an hour. Now, for what they earned a year, what the medium is $85,000 a year. Now, the lowest it can be is $45,000 a year, and the highest it can go is $129,000 in a year. Now, what type of education do you need to be a game designer? To be a game designer, you have to have a bachelor's degree in game design or computer science. Make sure to have a basic knowledge on 3D modeling or softwares, and also coding. Now, the job expectations for game designers are pretty basic. As long as you please your audience, you met your job expectation. The whole goal is to make an entertaining game or an educational game. If you don't have a happy audience, you don't have any sales. You also have to make sure that your game environment is beautiful. And also make sure that you have quality gameplay.
Man, zoom in on Tubbo up there. Stop dropping my camera, player. Thing was expensive.
For an example, the game shown below, the name is Skullgirls. This game won an award a couple years back for the most animations ever in a game. The mode that I'm showing right now is practice mode, where they have extremely detailed fighting where you can see the hitboxes of every single move that you make. Okay, so now for the outlook. Now, this might look bad. It does say that it is decreasing 5% every single year, but they are projecting that there's a high demand in jobs for game designers, and approximately in the next 2 years, there'll be a lot more job openings for it. I hope so. Personality traits actually have a big effect on your job, but it does not mean you have to have a specific personality trait. If you are a sad person, you might make sad games which add more depth to the game. If you're a happy person, you might make a game where the hero at the end wins. You also have to have played a lot of games before, so you can have a general concept of what features you want to implement into your games. Now for the environment, or the industry, or whatever you want to call it. So if you're an indie developer, most likely you'll be making the game inside your room or in a garage or someplace inside your house, office space or whatever. If you're in an industry, you're most likely gonna be working in an obvious area, and obviously, no matter what, you will always have a computer. Now, one last thing is the reason why I want to become a game designer. Ever since I was 7 years old, I've always been attached to games, and over the years I've seen how games actually impact other people's lives. I've seen games bring two people together. I've seen games bring families together, make friends online. I've seen games make people cry over it, and I want to have that type of impact when I make my own game one day. I want to make people come together, probably make them cry if I have something sad on it. Just wanna make my game impactful, and that concludes my project.
Cause every time she tries to end it, boy tries to fix it. Cause boy wants to stick it out. Girls trying to kick him out, but boy's trying to figure out just how to make it work. Cause boy ain't never had love, but she don't really have love, so they don't really have love. Pretending like it hurts her to leave him.